Welcome to the Dog Nerd Show, where we geek out over our best friends. I'm Megan.
And I'm Michael, and this is a show about all things dog.
Hey everybody, we're talking about a rare breed today. We are talking about the Belgian Laekenois, which is one of the 4 herding breeds of Belgium.
Wow.
Yeah, so this dog is described as strong, smart, loyal, alert, inquisitive, and adaptable. It is a great herding dog, and according to the AKC, it's also a good guard dog. So keep that in mind if that's something you're looking for. And it is similar to the Belgian Malinois and the other Belgian herding breeds, but does it have the same energy level? They're going to have to watch this or listen to this episode to find out, because we discussed that.
In addition to herding, this breed is great for tending to the linens drying in the fields.
Well, I don't know if anyone actually hangs linens out anymore, but back in the day, that's what this dog did. Like when people would hang out their linens that were drying, the dog would tend to those linens so they, I guess, didn't fall and get dirty or didn't, and nothing came.
Did they fold them? And
that's a.
If they did, we're getting one next week.
Yeah. Yeah. What else did it do though?
So it's a great messenger dog, and that was its primary job in World War I and II. It was prized for its enthusiasm to work and its ability to learn quickly. So
yeah, and actually, I read that like other dogs of that time period, it almost went extinct during World War I and II as well. That happened. You know, people were trying to put food on the table.
Those wars were tough on dogs, man.
Yeah.
You know, you never think about. You don't think about that.
You think about the people, but you don't ever think. So
hey. If you love dogs and love our content, how about you give us a subscription here? It's free. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
It really helps our channel out.
Free subscription, and you make people's days, weeks, months. And if you don't want to miss an episode, just click that little bell, and you'll get a notification every time we have a new episode.
Yeah. So now let's listen in and find out more about the Belgian Laekenois.
Hey, we are here with Katie and Nix, and tell us the name of this breed that this dog nerd did not know.
Belgian Laekenois. They're one of the 4 varieties of Belgian Shepherd. They're the rough-coated variety.
Oh, nice. Okay. So now we know that they're a Belgian breed. Does this coat shed?
It does. Not as intensely as like a double-coated breed would. Okay. They're more of a wire texture, and you hand strip them.
Okay.
For grooming. So the hair comes out.
Yes,
it does.
Yes. We had border terriers, so we're familiar with the stripping, but they're double coated. So we also are very familiar with shedding.
Gotcha.
So being that this is a breed that I'm not very knowledgeable on, are they a good dog for a first-time dog owner?
No.
Okay.
Not particularly.
Are they, is that because they're like really instinctual hunting dogs that need a lot of or herding, I guess?
Well, I was going to say, yep, so they're a herding breed, but they also tend to bond really strongly with their people, and that can lead to issues with strangers at times, or they tend to be higher energy, higher drive dogs. They do have better off switches than a Malinois would.
Okay.
But there's still a lot of dog, and in the wrong hands or unknowledgeable hands, you can end up with a fearful dog. You can end up with a lot of things.
Yeah. So, and we did do the Malinois interview, so we know how high energy they are. Are these guys pretty high energy?
I like to call them like a Malinois on demand.
Okay.
So mine will sleep all day, not every day, but can sleep all day, and then as soon as I get up, they're ready to go and do whatever it is. If that's a 10-mile hike, if that's swimming, if that's playing disc, coming to a dog show, they're up for anything.
Nice.
But they can relax.
Okay.
Which not that Malinois can't.
Right. But
they have good off switches. Yeah.
So, but still very active, like you said,
Yes.
10-mile hike, like that's nothing for
Well, that's
them.
not every day.
Yeah.
So mine, we have property where they can run off leash and do all of the things that dogs love to do and sniff and just be dogs. So they enjoy that.
Awesome.
And I do a lot of training. My other one does animal acting. So So that's her
Wow.
thing. She's done TV commercials, that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
So lots of brain work and then keeping their legs moving too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so they're pretty trainable then.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
They're biddable. Nyx is less inclined so, and that's not her fault. It's just that I work more with my other dog usually.
Yeah.
But anytime Saz sees me with something that she wants, it's always what can I do to get that.
So very smart
Yep.
breed.
Yes, for sure. Smarter than they need to be sometimes.
And you said she is aloof. Is that a quality of the breed?
Yep. So
Okay.
they range. It's normal. It's in the breed standard.
Yep.
Anywhere from aloof to friendly.
Okay.
So she's more of just I like my people, and she's not outwardly rude to anybody.
Yeah.
She's just I like my people, and that's what
Yeah,
I want.
yeah. And any health concerns about this breed?
I think similar to other Belgians, joint issues, seizures. Our OFA chick, I believe, is hips, elbows, eyes, and possibly cardiac.
Okay.
But overall, they're pretty healthy.
I was going to say, since they're not such a popular breed, hopefully that means they're pretty healthy.
Yeah. You just have to be careful line-wise because the gene pool's smaller.
Smaller.
Yeah.
So activity level we've covered. Goodness. Oh, are they big barkers?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Mine are most vocal when they're wrestling with each other, and that's the growling, snapping at each other's faces. I'll get an alert bark if something's going on, but they don't scream all day.
Okay.
No.
They're not a terrier.
No.
Anything else? Like, anything else that we didn't ask that maybe is important for?
I'm not sure. I was going to say I mostly have fun facts. There's less than 1,000 of them in the world, so there's more panda bears than there are Belgian Laekenois.
Wow, that is a fun fact.
Yep, and according to AKC's rankings that came out, they're the least popular herding breed.
That is
Not that
something
we
to
don't
be
love them.
proud of, I think. Well,
Yep.
I like having had boarders. Obviously they're more popular than this breed, but when you have a less popular breed, they tend to be a little healthier because they're not being overbred.
I was going to say backyard breeders really aren't an issue in the breed because people are very careful about where puppies go.
Yeah.
And thankfully that means rescue is also not super common.
Yeah.
But the community is really quick to step up when a dog's in need. And I love that.
Yeah. Gosh, I mean, such a beautiful, I'm a sucker for a scruffy dog.
Me too. All of mine are scruffy.
And you said that your other one is like a golden super.
Yeah, she's friendly with everybody. And it's really because when she was a puppy, I didn't raise Nyx, but when Saz was a puppy, I focused a lot on reinforcing saying hi to people. And now it's actually reinforcing to say hi to people.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, we're friends. Hi.
Aw, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
no
really
problem.
appreciate it. And this is a breed that I'm gonna want to read more about because
Can we?
they're
We're
beautiful.
not friends.
Oh, and is
with
this
other
the full grown size?
Yep, she turned 2 in February,
Okay.
so she's full grown. She's pretty average for bitches. Dogs can be, I think, up to 26 inches, so a little bit taller than her, but they're a medium sized breed.
That's a
I
good
think.
size. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
portable
it.
if you need them to be.
Exactly. Right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
We
no problem.
appreciate it. What a great dog, and I just love that scruff.
Yeah. And what was really interesting was that her other dog she raised from a pup, and she did a lot more socialization with it. So he was more interested in strangers. Like he wasn't as aloof, if you will.
Is it a he or a she?
Don't know. I think it was a she. So either way.
Either way, that goes to say that even though this is a herding dog that loves its family and is affectionate with its family, it can be aloof around strangers.
Yeah.
So, or it might not be. All dogs depend on how they're raised, and genetically, just like humans, we're all a little different too. I mean, we've mentioned before, I have 2 sisters, and we couldn't be more different than each other and our parents. So, just keep that in mind. But they can be guarded around strangers, and make sure that you understand that when approaching a dog like that.
Yeah.
So, if you enjoyed this episode, click a thumbs up for us. That helps us on the YouTube algorithm, and we would appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, and if you have a Belgian Laekenois and we've missed something or there's something we need to add to it, please, down below, put something in the comments. We read them, and we'll include it. We put it back into the description probably and update it. But, if you're listening to us also on podcasts, you can reach us by email.
Yeah, dognerdshow@gmail.com. And I was going to say, with comments, since it is such a rare breed, I wonder how many comments we will get. That'll be interesting to find out.
Very interesting, yeah.
So you Laekenois people, you could like really just show out in droves and make some of these other videos look like they don't get as much comments from their breed fanciers. Okay, enough about that. Let's go to our commenter of the show. Okay. This one was a little controversial. So Lonnie, I think it's Lonnie or Lonnie Austin, commented on the wire-haired pointing Griffon dog breed, and she said the coat is hardly a Teflon coat. My Griff is a Velcro. Everything sticks to her. This is actually my least favorite part of the breed. And so the breeder who we interviewed for the episode, they exchanged some comments back and forth. And I wanted to say that's the same, and I said this to Lonnie, that's the same issue we had with Finley versus Riley.
Yeah.
So when you hear these things about these dogs and, you know, like we also read time and time again that border terriers don't shed. And I don't know what kind of crack those people are smoking, but that is not the case. Not even for Riley. Now I have seen in my border terrier groups, people say my dog doesn't shed at all. And I'm like, okay, they got lucky because both of ours shed, but both of ours had very different coats. So it's important to note, just like the Belgian Laekenois that we were talking about, one that was socialized and really loves people, and then one that's more aloof. Every dog is different. Every breed is different. Every individual is different. So you may have a different coat. You may have just gotten that crummy coat. And I think with Finley, I know that's, we were given the softer coat because we wanted to do therapy work with him. So it just may be the way it all shakes out. So just know that about these breeds. Everything that we talk about is pretty much a generalization, and every dog is going to behave differently too, based on how it's raised, its conditions, any experiences it has growing up. So that's why socialization is really important. And we need to give you guys an update on Dansby. We'll have to do an episode because he's coming a long way. But our first time having to socialize a dog that was in pretty dire need of socialization. So it makes a huge difference. So no matter what breed you're getting, if you get a pup, socialize. Get him out, get him experience to everything in this big world. People, dogs, situations, places, sounds. It'll really make your lives easier in the long run.
I agree. Well, Megan, tell everybody where they can find us and leave those comments or questions.
Yes, so dognerdshow@gmail.com if you want to comment, if you have any questions, or if you'd like to be interviewed via Zoom about your breed. On social media, everywhere at Dog Nerd Show. And then if you're looking for some dog nerd gear, head over to etsy.com/shop/hound and thistle.
Well, until next time, folks, bye.
Bye.